Hello, investors and traders. This video will be about momentum, more specifically, momentum in GameStop. In our last video, we discussed the overall market and highlighted that for the next 6 months, buying specific stocks is the way to go. To continue the story, after the overall market video, we'll now focus on individual securities. On May 16th, we identified a pullback opportunity and we were fortunate to have been right. As a result, we are up 22% on the security itself. This security was GameStop GME. GameStop had went up an extreme value, and we came up with a video and said, wait for the pullbacks to these levels. This video will be about what's next for GME? How can you profit from GME? The reason I'm doing these videos is not to sell you anything or because I think I'm a good person. I believe that I'm putting my thoughts out there and I will become a better trader and investor. I am not a perfect trader, but I am doing this for my own improvement. Teaching and making these statements really makes me a better investor and trader. If I can help or inspire someone along the way, that's great. I would also ask you to subscribe, as it is a personal goal to reach 1,000 subscribers. And don't forget, I've been dead right for 3 years. What is momentum? Momentum is the rate of acceleration of a security's price. That is the speed at which the price is changing. Momentum trading is a strategy that seeks to capitalize on momentum to enter a trend that is picking up steam. Simply put, momentum refers to the inertia of a price trend to continue either rising or falling from a particular length of time, usually taking into account both price and volume information. In technical analysis, momentum is often measured via an oscillator and is used to help identify trends. This video is about how to trade GameStop. Disclaimer, the information provided on our channel is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended to be a substitute for professional financial advice. I'm going to leave all emotions out of this, even though I do have respect for what GameStop and the people who invest in GameStop and what they have done to hedge funds in the recent years. But thus saying that, this video will have no emotion and will tell you the facts. Let's start with the beginning. I am a top-down analysis person. I look at the overall macro picture. The last video we told you selective stocks will be moving up higher. Then we need to break it down into the sectors. One of the sectors that has been doing very well is esports and gaming. As you see, this is clearly on an uptrend. And even if you take out GameStop, this whole sector looks to be doing well. So if we look at the QQQs, we are in a growth phase. If I am picking the right sector, esports and gaming looks to be in a good sector. Then we go down into the individual security. GameStop is not for fundamentalists. GameStop is not for people who are looking at value plays. GameStop is for momentum people and to ride a movement. But how are you going to ride this movement? We did not get in when it went to 60. We did not get in when it went to 50 or 40 or 30. We didn't even get in when it was at 10, even though it did have a breakout. What we did was we said it went up to 60 and we're going to wait for a pullback. And if this pullback was a controlled pullback, there's an opportunity for us to make money. So we came out and said, do buying on pullbacks from 22 to 25 or from 18 to 20. We're going to go someplace in the middle and say 19 we got in. And right now it's at 23.14. Why did we get into GameStop? Are we investing in a bull market? Yes. Did we wait for oversold indicators to work? Correct. We waited for many RSIs to move to a lower level for us to get into this security. Is GameStop a cheap stock? It's not a cheap stock. It went from 10 to 20 in a month, or you could say 10 to 60 in a month. Are we prioritizing uptrend? Yes, we are definitely prioritizing uptrends. The only thing, this is a very volatile stock, and we feel trading this stock could be very beneficial. So trying to give you trading ranges is one approach that we're going to try to make money. And as long as it is not closed, and the object is closed below certain points, we think GameStop is a momentum stock. Do we maintain consistency? Absolutely. We have been looking for stocks just like this all the time. And just because it's GameStop, we are still consistent on our approach. So what are we looking for on GameStop? We think that if GameStop can close above 26.66, which is right here, close, it's got a lot of room to move up. Now, if it closes below 770, then it could break the uptrend and it could test even a lower level. Thus saying that we are an interesting part of this market. Usually at the end of bull markets, small caps and meme stocks rock. So if you go back 3 years, the end of the last bull run into the bear run was led by GameStop, was led by AMC. We're specifically focusing on GameStop as we feel some of the other meme stock are not trading above its moving averages, so we're not even looking at them. But let's just look at the history of it itself. We're thinking the next 6 months, 8 months that this bull market will go up higher. On the last end of the bull market, it was GameStop that went up so high. And we believe small caps will bring us the next 6 months. So what is our plan? Our plan is every time GameStop pulls back, we are buying. Every time GameStop gets close to the 26.6 without closing, we are going to take some positions off the table, but still leave some positions on if we are right with this momentum. And we're trading in this box range over here until it breaks out either way. We are not shorting into GameStop. We are not shorting into this company. We are not shorting into the QQQs. Even if we are overbought in this market, you're going to quickly see on QQQs, NVIDIA, cryptocurrency, GameStop, that what is overbought will become more overbought. This will all change next year, but for right now, we are waiting for pullbacks and we are doing continuation buying. And then when we get to certain levels, we take some chips off the table. Plain and simple, we got in at 19, we took some chips off the table, and we're looking to reload. And if this thing closes above the 26.66 level, we feel this will run higher, overbought or not. So for right now, we are a GameStop 8. Let's continue with some other things that will help you a lot. You need a short-term indicator that tells you when to get in. We use a proprietary RSI, but you can study RSI for short term, and every time this number hits 0, you're a buyer on GameStop. And every time this hits 100, you take some positions off the table. Usually, if the company is very powerful, it doesn't go all the way down to 0. If you go down to our short-term, medium-term, and long-term, our long term is hovering at 0. So there's a lot of potential to go up. And the medium term, I don't think is seeing 0. So could we possibly go a little down on GameStop and then go back upwards? Yeah, that's why I'm highlighting this. We also look at the CCI indicator, which we use a weighted evidence, which usually these numbers hover around 0 and then bounce back up, usually when it's a strong stock. On May 16th, on the height recently of GameStop, we told you to wait till the pullback on where it gapped up, and it came to that point exactly. Then you would have made 22%. Now we're telling you, watch the closes, and we feel the next 6 months, something will give this market reason to rally. And what better things than NVIDIA, GameStop, cryptocurrency, and semiconductors? You know the catchphrase, study it, analyze it, adapt it. Peace.